Man, get the F out of here. So I found this clip on DC Unleashed. Shout out to you, sir. You were in my feed. I started watching. I was just laying in the bed, waking up, watching. And you seemed level-headed. So I continued to watch. And we happened upon this clip here. You already saw the title. So, before I even craft any thoughts, when I hear something like this, I'm thinking one of two things. They made fun of the Snyder Cut in a light, joking way, maybe like a to a friend type of way, to where we could all laugh as fans and actors and directors all together, just the whole fan base of DC, just kind of chuckle together. There are ways to write certain jokes about things. However, there's the other side, the dark side of it. And you got to remember that in this business, and I had always heard about it, but I didn't think I would encounter it, or at least I didn't think that I did encounter it at the time. But I told you, I've been stabbed in the back by people in the business you've seen them take pictures together, him and Zach, right? They've worked together in the past, and I've been stabbed in the back too. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, is that what's going on? Because I'm telling you, these people that will do this, they'll be in the same industry as you. They will use you for views. They will use you for clicks. But at the same time, they're jealous of you, of your fame, your views, whatever it is that you're getting noticed by people. They're jealous. And they're vampires. You get what I'm saying? They will only use you and try to suck you dry. It's the way it is. I'm telling you. And I've been backstabbed by a few people in the business already. But one in particular, the last time I saw him in person, he was actually stabbing another dude in the back, kicking his back in to me. And this dude helped him big time when he was so effed up financially. He was telling me, and dude helped him, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, this is the dude you be having on your show all the time, and you talking about him like a dog like this? And it made me think to myself, does he talk about me like this behind my back? And I found out later, of course, but not through my own means. Like, people had to write me and tell me. You know what I mean? So I was just like, wow. Really? And I'm like, because fans stir the pot. They lie a lot. You know what I'm saying? To just get beef going. But when I checked out what they asked me to check out, I was like, oh, it's true. Wow. My first Hollywood backstab. You know what I'm saying? So be very careful when you get into this business. Because there are a lot of people, and I started to notice more as time went along, that they're only in it for what they can get. Okay? You hold these people at a certain distance. Okay? Don't let them get too close. Okay? Because sometimes these people end up totally ruining other people's careers. You've seen that in Hollywood, right? You saw what happened with the whole RDJ and hey, man. I was like, what? Aren't they friends? What the hell is going on here? But it is what it is. So let's see what's going on with Zack Snyder and James Gunn.
Also, I heard this may be breaking.
Damn right it is.
I told you this, but you did not say this publicly.
Yeah.
From my source regarding Superman, there are jokes that make fun of the Snyder Cut. And
that's why I stopped it.
Yeah.
And I said, no, we're going to talk about this.
I don't know if it's making fun of Snyder Bros per se, but there is...
Well, there's the Snyder Cut and there's Snyder Bros, which are two different things. Snyder Bros love the Snyder Cut, and they're the more fanatical of the fandom. I'm not a Snyder Bro because I love what Zack Snyder does, but I've had my issues in the past with certain things in the movies. You know what I'm saying? So since I don't love everything, I could never be considered a Snyder quote unquote cultist or a Snyder bro. You know, everyone has their fanatical fan base where there's like nothing you could ever do wrong. But if you love a particular actor or director's work, but you can see certain things that you don't like, or even maybe flaws, maybe even in their work, I think that's more of a normal critical mind. You know what I'm saying? Like Nolan has some real super fans out there too, where it's like he's a genius and there's nothing he can do wrong, but he can do wrong. As great as he is, he can do wrong. So can James Cameron. I'm saying he's not perfect, but you know, James Cameron, of every director out there, like if you want a $1 billion movie, bet on Cameron. Hire him now. You know what I'm saying?
There's jokes that make fun of the Snyder Cut.
Bro, I know you're watching, James. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Right fucking now.
What he said. Do it. Do it now. Come on, James. Go in there. The editing room now. Cut it. Now. Get down.
Cut it out.
Here's-
You will never fucking live it down if it does not outgross.
I'm gonna pause this real quick.
Yeah, and the Snyder-ish, the whole hashtag, if this movie don't work, man, that is going to be trending. If you make fun of the Snyder Cut in a film that ends up bombing, where there's a joke about a hashtag super-ish, this is a perfect storm of disaster for James Gunn if this does not work. I hope this is not true.
Gary is totally right.
You damn right, son.
James Gunn sees this. I hope that he listens to what Gary's saying. That was a screener. You have time to cut those out of the movie.
Yep.
Just cut any kind of jokes that are going to divide
The fan base. You want
out
us
of the film.
united.
You're already fighting an uphill battle with some of these people, and if you want them to love your film and accept your brand new DC universe, you gotta play ball. You can't put jokes in there that is going to divide the fan base.
That's true.
This is actually pretty important.
That's
I'm not
true.
sure how serious those jokes are. Chris
Right.
had not actually seen the film. He's getting this information secondhand from his sources that did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they overreacted. Sure. We don't know the
Possibility.
context.
Yeah.
But regardless, you have time, James. Cut it out of the movie.
Man of Steel, and you took a shot at Snyder Cut fans, and then you put in the hashtag super shit. If cut it out, dude.
You know, James Gunn, dismissing Cavill. I think a lot of people did not like that decision.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, well, listen, Henry, you probably watch this too. You know you dodged a bullet, sir. You absolutely are Superman because you dodged a bullet. I'm so happy you were not cast in this movie and put in that suit. That's a big old piece of trash.
Like Cavill was a great Superman in a movie that was not well received.
Yeah, I mean, well
That's
received for
why
me. I love
I think that people are just apprehensive. Like David Cornsweet still has to prove himself.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah, and so does Jake. And I think people were fine. We're like willing, like, hey, let's give this thing a chance. You even if you put that in for 30 seconds, and now that the word is out,
People are going to be looking for it.
Yep.
If it wasn't reported,
Man, all type of private eyes with the magnifying glass are going to be in there watching this film. Don't create more problems than you really want. You know what I'm saying?
then people wouldn't have looked for it. It wouldn't be a big deal. But now people are going to be specifically looking for jokes and gags at Snyder's expense. And that's a big deal. You saw it there while
You damn right, sir. Get over and follow DC Unleashed. Tell them Tyrone Magnus sent you. Now, post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. The more I cover this, the more backstabbing and talking trash I see, in Hollywood. I've endured it. Other people have endured it. It's on display. Let me tell you something what a real friend does. If they are your friend, truly, they will talk to you personally. They will never make a video about you or a post on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok about you. A friend would not do that to expose you to a bunch of backlash from internet morons that don't know what the whole story is. They would never do that to you. Only someone that's in it for their own selfish needs. I'm telling you, these are evil people that do this stuff. And they don't have a conscience. They're sociopaths. They're psychopaths. They're so insecure at their own faults that they try to bring other people down to their level. And the majority of the time, they just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So they have to go to means like that. So it just is what it is. You know what I mean? So be wary. Be careful. Stay strong. 10 million subscribers. Woo!